closer than the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit, you think I'm playing. Trouble hop out bustin' at it, brother, miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them, young boy fingers itching. Fingers squeezing on the trigger, they heard all them glitches. Money, man, I run it up, if I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions, I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes you vanish, he with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground, it's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy, don't you have your bitch around. Switch up on this bitch, I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do, we spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide, then she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left LeBeau out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit.
Whoa, what was up with my sound, man? What is going on, y'all? What is popping? How y'all doing, man? Good evening, everyone. I don't want to keep y'all long. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. But good evening, everyone. It is Sunday evening. We're about to get on some crazy shit right now because it's quite crazy, bro. This one almost fell under my radar. This one almost fell under my radar, y'all. This one right here almost slipped under my radar. But I caught it when I caught it, bro. And it's on social media for everybody to see. But this one hits home, guys. Because this one's about from where I stay. From in good old Indiana, Wack 100 brings it home to Indiana. Gets a fucking rat on the phone and lets the rat tell you how ratting goes. This is diabolical, y'all. I think Wack's doing everything in the world but telling us he works for the federal government or some sort of police operation. Let's say that. He's doing everything but telling us. What's up, dog? This is some crazy, crazy shit, bro. This one right here. This one right here hits close because it's in my backyard. All right, it's in my backyard. I know about the case that the dude's talking, and one of the cases he's talking about. This is fucking insane that this happens like this, but it did. So let's take a look at this. Wack 100 lets a informant, a evil informant, dude. This motherfucker is the informants of all informants. He's the fucking shittiest piece of shit confidential informant that you can find on the planet, probably, bro. I promise you, bro. He was going around making up shit on people, selling dope. Bro, I'll let him tell his own story for you. I'll interject when I hear the bullshit.
We're the media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse.
Cause you got a story. You sound like you can do a movie on your shit. Nah, bro. Let's rewind. You say you go to the feds. They give you 7 years or 10 years. Which one they gave you? Okay, so the charge I got 74 months. That's what they gave me. But that's because really I was facing a
74 months, right? Let's see here. You only got 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter. You got 6 and a quarter years, bro. We're 6 and a quarter. 6 years, and you couldn't do it. Listen to this fucking evilness. And I need to know how in the fuck these types of interactions become of each other. Like, has this dude been watching Clubhouse and he just decided, that's the guy I want to tell I'm a rat to? This is the guy that I want to talk to about being a snake? Bro, this dude got 6 and a quarter.
15 years minimum, mandatory minimum. You know what I'm saying? Life is the max. You know how that sex trafficking shit go. So, boom. So, when I get in that trafficking minors, Yeah, sex trafficking minor, because I was the security, it's his city name, Duchess or whatever. So she had like 30 hoes or whatever. She know I know my way around with a gun. So she said, I'll pay you $1,500 a week just to be the security for my people going from city to city, sitting outside of hotels, getting money, got to rough up a couple, trying to play games with the paper and all that. So, but what got me, so some of these girls was minors. One of them was, and that's the chick, her name was Jules. That's the chick that we was using to rock. From where? I'm from Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne, okay. So they give you.
So he's from Fort Wayne. Let me lay it out for y'all. Fort Wayne is a city that's just under. It's like half the size of the big city in Indiana. It's the second biggest city in Indiana. Let's say it's the second next to Indianapolis. But this dude was in Indianapolis running around telling on everybody, bro. This dude went from town to town, from city to city in Indiana, just telling on people, bro. I'm telling you, I don't even know how these interactions happen. All of a sudden, Wack just hooks up with like the biggest snitch in Indiana, bro.
Yeah, they give me 70 years too much.
What's up, PJ?
6 years 2 months. So
6 years and 2 months.
My paperwork ain't the best either. Though. Outside of that charge, I'm supposed to be okay. So let me start over real quick, right? So I made that phone call to the feds in 2014. It was.
Come on, y'all. Shit, bro. This is this is unreal, bro. So I made my phone call to the feds. This dude just got some time and was like, "Fuck this! I'm telling on people."
November, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Yeah, I just got out of 14. You made what call to the feds? I called the feds and asked the feds, "Hey, do y'all be paying? Do y'all really be paying me? You know what I'm saying?" He said to work to tell.
This motherfucker on the streets, at home, living the street lifestyle. Hey, Angie, living the street lifestyle, y'all. Let me get this. This is not just a citizen. This isn't a citizen that wants to be the police. This is the dude that's running hookers, underage minors in and out of motel rooms, selling drugs and shit to people, fentanyl, fucking powder cocaine, crack cocaine. And then all of a sudden one day he says, "Let me pick up the phone and call the feds and see if this is real or not." Because I know a lot of people I can tell on. This dude is he's telling him being the rat that he is. This is a fact, bro. This dude's been all over IG. This dude's a big time rat, bro. This is true. He's a big time rat. His story's a little off because I know the story and I got the story, but it's a little off.
Yeah, to be an informant. To work. Yeah, to work. Yeah. You was interested in that. How old was you at the time? How old was I? At the time, yeah, when you... I was 28. 27. And you had never did no time at this time. Man, what? I done been to, not in the feds, but I had been to the state joint, you know what I'm saying? Like all the worst prisons in Indiana. I already had 9 years in the joint. So you already had 9 years in the joint, so had you cooperated prior to this phone call to the feds, or this was going to be your first time cooperating? But this was going to be my first time. Okay, and what motivated you to do that? The money? The money, and I get out, you know what I'm saying, before I went in my last state joint, you know what I'm saying, so now I get out, my shorty, my daughter, she's 5 years old, you know what I'm saying, so responsibilities and trying to do for her, just being thirsty, you know what I'm saying, I'm a wicked nigga with these decisions. In your streets know you to be a street, everybody know you to be a street you from. Yeah, everybody, I mean, all through the state joints, I'm crushing shit. I had a good name. Put that bag out there, you know what I'm saying? You like a Crip Blood, a GD? I was with the GDs. With the GDs, so you had did they have a section in Indiana? You said... Nah, see, Indiana ain't like that. See, where I'm from in Fort Wayne, it's at the top of the state. So we like 2 hours from Chicago, so we gravitate... Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's like an hour and a half. Fort Wayne's like an hour and a half from Indianapolis.
Yeah, what they know you as. My name Rain. That's Rain. What I call myself. Yeah, Rain, like it's rain outside. But everybody been knowing me for... Huh? Everybody know you from what as well? 6'5". That's what they've been calling me all my life. 6'5". You 6'5"? Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm 6'5" and a half. You know what I'm saying? So they just started calling me that when I was a young. Okay, so 2014, you get out the state. You got a
This
kid.
is fucking insane.
You're real. Everybody know you the street, so ain't nobody gonna think nothing. Out of nowhere, you called FBI and asked if really be paying for people to work the streets. They tell you, yeah, depending on. They tell me, yeah, depending on what I know. So I'm like, well, shit, when can I come in and see you? He like, well, shit, come in tomorrow at like 3 o'clock. Man, I'm so thirsty. I pop up at 12. You hear me? I'm there. So there's another agent that I ended up working with, the agent that ended up trying to take my life from me because I ended up beating him for some bread, but I'm gonna get to that point.
Here's what bothers me the most out of all of this, y'all. This is what bothers me the most. Any of y'all that looked at this is probably like, yeah, right. Wack got somebody on the phone again. He's fucking lying. Wack's got somebody on the phone again, acting like some dude from Indiana's a big old snitch. He's not lying. This is a real person, bro. This is a real rat, bro.
So his name was Special Agent Jay Stewart. Him and his other agent was in there, put me in this little room. They patted me down, all this little wild shit. Okay, what you know? You know what I'm saying? So at this time, I had been out 9 months. You know what I'm saying? So I had been out there in Indianapolis in Indiana. I had been out. You know who man, you know who shot who. Yeah, I know where the pimps is. I know where the pimps is. I can make a pimp. I can manufacture whatever I want. How much y'all gonna pay me? So make a long story short, he said.
See what he does? You hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? Did it click on you? Oh, it's real, Angie. Wait till you hear the load of it, bro. Did it click on you? Did you hear what he said? Hold on. I know where the pimps is. I know where the pimps is. I can make a pimp. I can manufacture whatever I want. How much y'all gonna pay? You hear that? I can make a pimp. I can manufacture you a pimp if you want. How much you gonna pay me to bust him? This motherfucker's crazy, bro. This is real. This dude. He's a big time rat, bro. Big time known rat, bro. He don't care. So, long story short, he said, well, to buy guns from felons, we'll give you, you know what I'm saying, 700. If you go get a mine piece of better assault, you know what I'm saying, we'll give you 3,500. If you go get the same thing, 4 ounces of Fetty, you know what I'm saying, we'll give you, that's what they was wanting in the sex trafficking shit. We'll give you 4 bands or whatever. So, boy, I'm moving and grooving for like 3-4 weeks, going to buy guns from the hood, and I'm putting shit on that. I keep telling you, bro, this is diabolical. It's fucking-bolical, bro. How do you even what is this dude watching? He must be watching Clubhouse, but why in the fuck of all people do you decide to say, hey, Wack 100? Let me tell you my story. You, out of all people, not 50 Cent. Not a motherfucker got some real bread that can really change your life, that can get you a book written, that can get you a movie made. You go to Wack motherfucking 100. That's crazy work. This dude was, let me just give you a little bit of hint on what this dude was doing. He was really manufacturing pimps. He was really making these things happen just so that he could bust the person that he was dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Like these things, he was making things happen that weren't even happening and then telling the police that, yeah, these things are happening. He tells a story in this thing how he went and got 9 ounces, how he went and got so much dope and then cut it hard and then was fucking giving that shit to the police every time. And he was copping it and taking the bread and everything, bro. Watch. It's crazy, bro. Bopping them and getting a pop. So I come up with a plan, though, Wack. And this what got me burnt. This is the real. You putting shit off of me. What you mean? I'm making pimps. I turn a broke bank. You got to line him up to get the bag. Yeah, turn him into a pimp, just to line him up. Turn him into a dope boy, just to line him up and all that. So I caught turning a motherfucker into a dope boy ain't hard. That's not hard to do at all. Just throw some shit in the motherfucking lap and be like, here. A lot of people in the streets are gonna chuck that off. I mean, you got stupid people, I guess, but a lot of people would. And then the more you give them, the more they're going to chuck off. And then all he has to do, guess what? Come behind you wearing a wire, sell you some shit from the police, and you busted behind him. This shit is no joke, bro. This shit is no joke. He will make you become a drug dealer just so he can come behind you and bust you with the motherfucking police. Ain't this some fucked up shit?
Jay Stewart, and I tell this is where I was finessing. This what got me time right. I'm on every drug it is.
Right, cut it off.
I'm smoking the K2. I'm from Molly. I'm for everything. So I'm really chasing too. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? That was another added motivation. So I call him and tell him, hey, it's this nigga down here from Chicago. He just popped up in my city, man. He told me he got bricks, you know what I'm saying, for 40,000. So Jay Stewart, you know what I'm saying, his ears go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, shit, you think you can? So he said, I'll get back to you. I got to talk to my boss. So 2 days later, he called me and asked me, did I think I can make a small purchase from this guy or whatever. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm just waiting on him to get back in town. So at this time, before this conversation happened, I had went to this little city called Marion, Indiana, and I found this little dirty ass would follow me around, driving for me, holding the straps and all that. So I ended up paying this $1,400, you know what I'm saying? And I gave him the whole spiel, like, this the play, walk in this room. I'm dealing with it, gonna be outside, but he's scary and out of town, so he's not gonna come in this house. So I'm gonna have my phone on speakerphone just so he can hear all the, you know what I'm saying, play go down, just so he know I ain't beating him and all that stuff. A little young dumb boy. So all along, I'm throwing this nigga to the feds, right? So I called the agent. Yeah, it's a go. Dude said he said, well, how much does he want for the 9 ounces? I said, well, shit. He told me he'll give it to me for $3,500. So he said, okay, that's cool. But see, I went and bought an ounce and a half of soft, and I just put some of that creatine in it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still gonna shake back and test for the sulfur or whatever. So they take me down to the Fed building, they strip me out, you know what I'm saying? They got this new shit. I mean, I ain't no career before this time, but they put this little shit smaller than a button in the brim of my fitted, you know what I'm saying?
Did you hear that? They're putting shit smaller than a button, bro. They're equipping these dudes with Bluetooth, wireless motherfucking shit that they putting in the top of your fitteds, bro. All they're doing is sliding it right in the top of the brim. All you idiots out here checking for wires and shit. Pull up your shirt. For real.
For the audio, they put what? They put this recorder. Like, it's for the audio part of the blitz I'm putting down, right? Okay. So, but it's smaller. Like, you remember watching the movies and shit back in the day where they put the wire and shit on the nigga chest and all that shit? Yeah. No, they ain't doing that shit no more. They put some shit in hat.
So he has this dude. He has a whole cat from Marion, Indiana that he don't even know come in to run a fake play. Like, he's telling this dude, hey, bro, it's just a play. It's just a play, bro. It's just a play, y'all. And then he gets the dude in there, and the dude think it's a play on somebody else, and it's a play for him to get rolled up by the feds because they think that's the dude that just sold him the dope. Now they like, come on, bro.
It's smaller than the button on a button-up dress shirt or whatever. Bottom of your brim of your hat.
Why you worried about the what?
Pull the brim of your hat down, like the little inside of it. Yeah, like around the circumference of where your head go. The little flap.
This is ugly, bro. How do you even get in contact? It had to have been Clubhouse or somebody put this dude in contact with Wack. And why do you want to talk to Wack? What do you think Wack can do for you? Or you think Wack is just the one that you can reach out to and get a hold of? I wonder why that is. Wack's just so easy to reach. But yet you can't reach the game. You can't reach Ray J. But Wack 100? Yeah, you can reach him. Just tag him. He'll come fucking yelling at you.
Where you go to contact?
Hold on. I got it. Hold on. We're going to go to the...
So dude falls off for a minute.
Lost it. This shit crazy.
I got him back on. No, hold on.
Video, the Cartiers. Yeah, they can video in the little button thing in my hat, can't hear everything. So they lay all the $3,500 in cash on the table, and they taking pictures of the serial numbers and all of that. Then they take me to a truck stop, and that's where they strip me out naked just and count my bread to see how much money I got. Now I'm knowing. They just wanted to make sure I ain't trying to finesse them or whatever. So when they gave me the money, they gave me the $3,500. Boom. They take me to this apartment complex where I got this meeting at this fiend house or whatever. So I walk in there, you know what I'm saying? Walk in, yo, what up, my nigga, man? You got that for me? He's like, yeah, I got that with a payback. Here we go right here. So we do the exchange, you know what I'm saying? In and out. I walk back across the highway. They over there in a little soccer mom van, tinted up, trying to hide and shit at a Walmart. And I walk over there to them. As soon as they slide the van open, they got their guns out and shit, thinking I'm making sure I ain't know shit. So I hand them niggas this off. They put this shit in a little vial, shake it, test it, it's positive. Okay, boom. So they ended up paying me. I only got paid $1,800 for that. But he told me from that right there, he said, if you can buy this kilo from
gave him like fake dope, bro. He knocked it down. He said he did, so it still tests positive. You gave him like run of the mill bullshit.
Deal or whatever, I got it approved from my boss, you know what I'm saying, and give you $5,000, and they was gonna give me a little whip or whatever. But like I said, it's a whole play, right? They was gonna give you a car. Yeah, give me a car. They was talking about a car they seized from another one. That's a fact. That's what he told me. He said the car was coming from Iowa, some city called Davenport, Iowa. I ain't never been to. So boom. So I called him back like, man, dude said he'd meet me, you know what I'm saying, in 2 days. So now, fast forward 2 days, I end up back at the field build. Now I see 40 racks on the table. Same procedure. Hit with this little button, put it in the brim of your hat, put these glasses on, take these pictures of the serial numbers, go strip me out. But now I'm in a different location, getting stripped out. They take me to like some Wooded area and do the shit that they did at the truck stop. Yeah, Wooded area in the middle of nowhere, like a county road or some shit, like on the outskirts of my city I ain't never been to. So then once they see I'm cool, I get back in the van with him and we drive into the location. He give me a Walmart bag wrapped up with the money, you know what I'm saying? And then I get out on the same location, the highway, walk across the highway, hit up in the projects in my city. It's called Villa Capri, these apartments. So it's the same spree. I walk
He's
up,
not lying.
knock on the door.
They're there.
I said, yo, what up, man? Get in there like, man, you got this shit. Yeah, I got this shit. I said, hey, can I use the restroom real quick? See, because I already gave him that little money I paid him for. I gave him like $1,000, like $1,400. I don't know which one, but I paid him. And then so when I get in the bathroom, turn the water on, raise the window up, and this right here, this mistake right here, dude, what these huggies did to me? And listen to me, everything I'm telling you, I'll be watching you. I watch all your little shit. I know
that's
how
what it is, right there. Shit. That's what he said. I watch all your little shit. So, is this an informant reaching out to another person that thinks is an informant as well? I know who you are, Wack. I watch all your stuff. I'm an informant too. I tell on people too.
You look shit up, you ain't just, man, this shit going, I'm talking about, I end up having to give up like 10 bodies just to get out this. But let me get back to it though.
10 bodies, bro.
So what was that? You said you go to the.
So one of the person that you see on the thumbnail is a dude named Dante Curry. Dante Curry got wrapped up in a murder case because of this fucking guy. He beat the murder. He ended up beating the murder. But this fucking guy right here, diabolical, bro.
Bathroom. Yeah. No. I turned the water on to do it. Well, whoop wop. I'm listening. Yeah. Okay. So listen. I turned the water on the bathroom and all that shit. Raise the window up. Climb out the window. Now it's a field right there, and it's some apartments right next to these apartments. Probably like a 5-minute jog called Centennial. I'm boating through the field. You locking up on the 40 cash. I'm going on that shit. This is what I want. So listen, but at this time, I'm doing this to the feds. I'm not thinking, where can I run? Ain't nowhere I can run. Did you leave the glasses in the bathroom, or was you running? Man, when glasses were in the bathroom, when I made it to the field, threw my hat off, I had this little fat ass.
The dude didn't even have dope. Oh, he didn't even have dope. You fed that dude to the feds, and the man didn't even have any dope to give to the feds. This is fucking crazy work, bro.
Ohio, some little country busting out there living off her and shit. She living out there in a different, so she out there in the parking lot waiting on me. Hop in the car and run to her grandparents' house because she ended up getting snatched up too. She had my paperwork too, but they didn't charge her because I took all the charges. She was just that play right there got her under their radar, but she didn't know what was going on. So I got those 40 racks.
How?
Now we go to this little town called Holgate, Ohio. This is where she was living at. So now you a rat on the run. Now I'm a rat on the run. It's a fact. Now I'm a rat.
He loves it. This dude does not care, bro. He jumps on Instagram with people and shit. He does, bro. He gets on people's Instagrams, fucking talking helly shit in my city. Bro, he does. Swear to God, bro. He does. He's like, I'm gonna run right now. 6 bodies. I'm telling on 3 people.
What I want to do with this story. So look, no, hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. Hold up, man. This story get way juicier than this. So listen, I'm you know.
What's up, John?
I get on any camera. I get on any camera and I'm standing on it. Yeah. So boom. So I'm running now. She took me to Holgate, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? I got 40 racks and I got to hit 38,000 up under the dryer. And then boom, at this time, I had already had a bullshit case in the city. I was supposed to go sign up for house arrest for a little petty theft charge. I had bust some shit off and I got receiving stolen property for having it. So I was supposed to go do 30 days in house arrest. Now what? Tell me it took 40,000 from the feds. That's a fact. So listen, hold up. So nigga in the spot with the dope. So he mad too. Yeah, I done went and got this nigga from a whole different mother. He didn't never have no dope.
He never had any dope,
I picked up out of Marion, Indiana. Had dope was the first second. I went and bought
He bought the dope on his own. He went and bought the powwow on his own. And then chunked it up thinking he's gonna keep playing with the feds. And finally the feds was like, fuck it, here's 40 grand. Go get me a whole key, give me a whole one of those. This motherfucker like, all right, he ain't got a whole one. Climbs out the window on the feds, bro. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to come right up in there and snatch homie up that you just ran the play on. Bro, this dude's diabolical with this fucking rat and shit, bro.
No, listen, it's the same. I went and bought an ounce and a half out the mud, nigga, from the streets. I put the creatine on it, turned that shit into 9.
Turned it into 9.
That money too.
1 ounce and turned it into 9, y'all.
They gave this for the buy. And it was, I gave him a band. I rolled the money up and pushed the shit in my ass. Pushed the rest of the shit in my ass. So when they took me back to the truck stop and stripped me out, they didn't find no money because the shit already in my ass. So I got you. Yeah, so I was in, and let me say this shit again, right? I was in no trouble. I wasn't trying to work off no time. None of that. It was just a whole trip across the net. With the 40. So now I'm on the line with the 40, but I told you I got this misdemeanor case in Indiana. So I said, you know what, man? I'm high. I do the dumbest shit in the world. I call myself coming back to Fort Wayne and turn myself in for this little 30 days, do 15, and get out. Looking for you. Oh my God. So listen, when I get to the city, I'm in the city, I pull up at my mama's house, right here on Winter Street, Winter and Petty. And my brother, he just got out doing 8 years for, you know what I'm saying, hustling and all that shit. So he's gonna drop me off at the county and shit. So we pull off in traffic. We like 10 minutes from the county. And this, you know, he's a dope boy, so he always on point with the mirrors and all that shit. So he see like 5 unmarked cars behind us, but they don't turn the lights on. So he turned right on this street, Avondale, to see what they do. These men with us, and then he pulled over. They jump straight out with big shit. Nigga pointing at the car. I'm like, all this for a misdemeanor. So they snatched me at the car. They let him go. He don't got license. He got a 40 on him, all type of shit. I didn't get it. They took me. They put me in handcuffs, nigga. Got me down and they took me down to the federal building and they chained me to the floor. I'm in there for like 2 hours before this agent, Jay Stewart, walk in. As he walk in through the door, Wack, this nigga turn around, look up at the camera, and twirl his hand in the air, like turn up. So now I'm looking at the camera, bro, the red light go off. Man, this nigga walk up to me, bro. He smacks the shit out of me, nigga. I'm talking about nigga dinner knocked me out, slapped me so hard. He said, man, you think some common street you can outwit the FBI? Where's my money back? I'm screaming, help, help, help. I'm trying to get somebody to come here and stop this nigga. Put his hands on me.
Ain't shit about this funny, bro. Let me first off and tell you, ain't nothing about this shit funny. Absolutely nothing. Look at the shit you got yourself into, boy.
Because you didn't rob them, so the feds then turned into a street. Oh, man, listen to me. Man, listen to me. That's a fact. The feds turned into a street to a whole mess. So listen, okay, so hold up. So nigga, I'm like, hey man, Jay, I don't know nothing about no money. So he had a manila folder in his hand the whole time because at this time, you know, allegedly, let me say that, you know, you paid me a couple bands.
So here's what the feds do to him. They get him for sex trafficking. They get him for all these crimes that he's supposed to tell on. You know why?
I can go get him. I can say all of this. That's what I was allegedly good at or whatever. So he's dumped his photo out, and I'm looking at the picture on the table. It's you know what I'm saying, missing bodies, or just he asking me about murders and shit like that. I'm like, man, I don't know about none of that shit. He said, that's the game you want to play? Yeah, that's the game I want to play. But now let me backtrack. Wack, in order to work for them, everything you doing illegally, like they want to know what you're doing. They want to know it. Their reason is, so if you ever get jammed up, you know what I'm saying, you being an asset, we can help you out. You know what I'm saying? So boom, they know I'm security for this bitch. They know I'm, man, I told them about the. So they can help you out, or is it so they always got some leverage on you to lock you up?
Man. Ooh, Wack, did you know that, Wack? How did you know that? This just strikes me so weird, dude. What's up, big kitty? This just strikes me so damn weird that a fucking loving informant just wants to tell his story to Wack 100, bro. The worst fucking. This dude's more than a Woody, bro. This dude is more than any of these dudes that are out ratting. Let me tell you, this guy is going all over my state, just telling on people that ain't done nothing, telling on people, putting bodies on people, bro. Watch.
Now I know, because I burnt their ass, bro. So boom, it's the leverage, because did that with the money. The man, the agent said, okay, take his ass to the jail, because it was a cop in the interrogation room. So the cop cuffed me up, take me to the jail. I'm just thinking, I'm finna go in here for a 30-day do 15. And what do you do? My charges in the book. I mean, I almost died. Got me charged with sexual misconduct, attempting to promote this is state charges at the time. Attempting to promote prostitution and human trafficking. They don't mention nothing else. So boom, hold up. So now I'm in this bitch. I'm going crazy.
Now you're a sex offender.
I know about the other shit I was doing with the feds, but now they're like, oh, you chose my ass, nigga. My name no hold no way. Now I'm whipping shit, that shit. So forget the cutting on myself, trying to myself and send me to Broward. Yeah, this why I'm in custody, because they got me all over the paper. They got me all over the news. They got me all over social media about this place. I'm on the news 3 months straight.
All over the place. He did get put all over the place. And this is when he decides to say, hey, I'm going to start telling on more people while I'm in here. Oh, you got a body? Oh, well, tell me about that body. Yeah, oh, jailhouse fucking rat, bro. If you go to jail, don't talk about your crimes with people that you have no idea who the fuck you're talking to. This man's jumping on the stands and shit.
So now I got a whole daughter, I got sisters, I got mamas. I mean, I'm a cutthroat ass. I done did some wild shit.
You hear what he said? I'm cutthroat. Yeah. You got daughters, you got kids. So does all these people you're telling on too. So do all them. Keep that in mind.
My life, but I ain't no creep ass. So this shit with me, I got cuts all over my body. I'm trying to sell, so the feds file some shit.
So what happened is, what he's saying is, so I'll take it and give it clear. What happened was, they charged him on state level for the shit he was doing already. The feds already knew he was like fucking with the children, running fucking prostitution ring and shit with this bitch. Like, the feds already knew that. They know everything if they want to, man. They'll follow you around. They don't give a fuck. They can. That's a fact. And then he runs off on their money, so they jam him up with a state case. You know what he says? Now he's in jail and everybody calling him a fucking child molester. Once you have a sex crime, I don't care what sex crime it is, you're not good in the penitentiary. You're not. It can be, it's just having your name on that list makes you no good.
My PD filed some She was asking for a 42-41 psychological evaluation to have me evaluate to see if I was competent to stay in trial because of all this shit going on. So the judge and Fort Wayne approved it. They sent me down to Florida. I mean, into that little federal building down there. I could look out my window. I was on the 7th floor. I could look out my window and I see the Miami Heat arena and shit. So they got me in. This is why I'm having the evaluation to see if I'm competent because all this cutting, all this crazy shit I'm doing. Because like I'm really trying to say, nigga, these motherfucking feds got me in a whole twist. I'm finna do my whole life in this. So when they get me, I'm there for 4 months in Miami, taking these pills, getting evaluated. They say, okay, yeah, he competent to stand trial, but they diagnosed me with some bullshit, BPD, borderline personality. So I get back to Fort Wayne after that shit done, and I tell my lawyer,
Borderline personality disorder.
Yeah, they gave me the borderline personality disorder. They said I was antisocial, but I'm thinking it's like y'all mean to stay away from, like, no, like in the like psychology form, whatever, as far as that's like I'm a career criminal. I ain't gonna change all this. So my lawyer, I said, Michelle, I got Michelle Krause at the time, a public defender. At this time, she's top 2 lawyers in my city. But you know how they be having to do them public defender cases and shit.
They don't have to.
She take me into a private courtroom and she say, Patrick, I got to ask you a question. And she say, based off how you answer these questions will determine if I can represent you now because I'm a mother. I said, you ask me whatever you want to ask me. What's up? She said, well, did you girl or did you pimp her for money? I said, Michelle, man, listen, this is the 3rd time you represented me, man. I come with the same charges, robberies, kick those and shit like that. No, shoot. I'm like, no. So she said, would you be willing to take a lie detector test? That's a fact, nigga. As long as you ain't asking me about no wild shit, you can ask me anything you want to ask me. So she get me down there. They come get me like 4 days later while I'm still in custody in the jail, and they take me to Indianapolis, give me a lie detector test. First time I ever did something like this, she asked me, man, I mean, the lie detector test dude asked me like 20 times on 2 questions. Did I body this girl or did I nigga mama, you don't know. Make a long story short, I passed that shit with a flying color. She filed some shit at the time. I don't know what it is. It's called a motion to suppress the evidence. She tell us the evidence. She
evidence.
Three depositions with the alleged victim, 3 different stories that came back negative, no DNA. So she like, Patrick, what's going on? So this is the first time I tell her the story. This is what happened, Michelle. This one is. So after she hears this, she like, oh, so she set up a profit agreement with the AUSA and the Asians and shit. Now, this is when they take the gloves off and they get dirty. They don't give a fuck. I'm in there doing this profit agreement, and she explained to me what a profit agreement is. She said, as long as I tell the truth about what I'm talking about, I cannot be charged, state or federally, as long as I am telling the truth. But if they find out that I'm lying, that's when they can bop my ass on this shit. So the whole thing is, she telling me we setting up a deal to give them the money back, and if you give them the money back, we'll drop your charges. We'll drop the state charges. So boom, they came and got me from the county, shackled me up 3.
How you gonna get the 40 back? Cause you spent it, right? I know it's gone.
No, I spent 2,000. Remember I told you I put the 38 up under the dryer.
Oh, the 30. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So now they come get me, my lawyer, and like 4 marshals, and they on the black SUVs. Now we going to Ohio. Man, when we get to these old white people house, I told y'all we went to her grandparents shit and put this shit. They like, what the police like? So they don't know what's going on. They didn't already see me on the news. Told the little talk to me no more, but they go in there and get the money. So we got some shit down here in Indiana called mycase.com, mycase.com, Indiana. So if you want to search like any other charge, like any charge.
You can get anything you want from anybody in Indiana. Their charges.
Nigga that had any dismissals, anything to do with the criminal courts. That's how this niggas in Indiana. So after I did this deal and I gave it, and they got that 38,000, so I got charged with all this crazy shit. They trying to burn me now. I got charged with this shit. April 27, 2016. Like, if you do and when you do, look up and see when these charges got dropped. It all makes sense. So the charges got dropped on me May 6th. The very next month, I got charged. They ran me through the mud on the 27th, bro, for days straight. Bro, May 6th, they filed to dismiss every day charge I had. I didn't have to see no judge, no plea bargain, none of that shit. Dismissed. So now I'm thinking I'm going home. So they come to me, pack out.
The judge or nothing?
Man, they just dismissed it. Now, I swear to God, man, it's a true story. Paper, you know, I've been hearing you online. Paperwork don't lie.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Paperwork don't lie. I had to go in front of a judge or none of that shit. And
Cutting,
they just
bro.
dismissed my state charges. So they say, hey, Davis, pack it up. You know what I'm saying? You leaving. So I go get all my little shit together, throw the commissary, drag my mat to the door. I get to the side door. That's how they release us in Allen County. And Man, the feds right there, man. Read me a warrant. So they got my state charges dropped. They got their money back, but now they indicting me for sex trafficking of a minor. Sex trafficking.
That's how they work, bro. That's how they work. The state picked up one part of the case, and the feds picked up the other. They got you to get off the state case. They just missed it. Gone. We don't want you because we know we got you over here, sir. We know we got you over here.
So they locked me up. So I'm turning right back around. Wasn't that your original charge? No, because they didn't have no. They was trying to build a case after I beat them. So what they did was they had the state grab me, put these bullshit charges on me just until they get their shit ready. The state put on you. The state. Yeah, the state put the charges on me. The state put
this one right here I know a little bit about. I ain't saying I know the whole thing. I don't even know if this dude's telling the whole truth. I know a lot what he's saying is true. He's celebrating his 100,000 subscribers with 11 in the chat.
They say, this is Indiana. A lot of us don't know this, but look it up. This is charge on you, but so it didn't exist. Yeah, it never existed. They put 4 charges on me. They put me sexual misconduct with a minor, said I had intercourse with a minor, attempted to promote prostitution of a minor, and human trafficking of a minor. But the feds had them put this on me, so it'll hold me while they get all their shit ready to get to go in front of the grand jury. You know what I'm saying? So they finessing all the way around. Get my money back. Let this dumbass nigga think he going home. Put this sex trafficking with a minor on him. So now he facing 15 years of life. But see, what do they want from me, though? I told you, they were trying to squeeze me about bodies when I got in the interrogation room. So now I'm facing 15 years of life. Man, you got me up. No, hell no. Not passing a nigga. I already been in 9 years. I got all this. Hell no.
He said, I'm not doing 15. You got me fucked up. Who you want me to tell on? This is when he goes into the stupid snitching, bro.
So she said, well, what can you do? What you want to know about bodies? I got shit buried. So make a long story short, Wack, I ain't gonna lie, them cooperating on, bro. 5 murders. I went and got on the stand on a nigga on a murder and all that shit. All that shit.
He did, bro. He got on the stand and the dude beat it. Dante Curry, the guy on the thumbnail. Everybody in the street thinks that he's the one that killed the guy. The guy that's talking right now. Because this was his MO. This was his MO, bro, was to give you to the feds and then tell on you, bro. For real. Like he'll feed you to the feds, but like you really ain't been doing much. And on the Dante Curry case, him and Dante Curry went to go pick up some weed. The dude with the weed got shot. He got murdered. Them two only know what happened, right? But Dante Curry's like, I don't even know this fucking dude. I ain't never been around this guy. What are you talking about? But he had sold this dude a gun 1 week before. And guess what? That gun was tied to that murder weapon. So that's why they jammed up Dante Curry. He takes the fucking stand and Dante still beats the case, bro. This dude is a fucking piece of work, man. This is the worst kind of fucking rat, bro. The worst. The one that will just make shit up on you.
Shit, man. So that shit up getting me. So what? You turned in 5 murders and the niggas that did the murder? Yeah. So okay. One nigga that did the murder. One nigga that did the it's different cases, right? It's different cases. So boom. Listen. I got three guaranteed for sure bodies in my back pocket that I did not do. I don't got nothing to do with it. Hell yeah, let's make a deal. So nigga, I'm talking to this, and then
so this motherfucker, he knows for sure he's got 3 bodies that he knows who killed him that are unsolved. What in the fuck? He's like, for sure, I got you. Let me think real quick. I know of 3 in my head right now. Let me see if I can go find you some more.
While I'm in the county, you don't know what's going on. So yeah, certain niggas looking at me like, oh yeah, you trouble ass nigga. I work. We don't lose a draw, nigga. You got nigga, let's shake. So certain niggas is me. So I luck up and get in the cell with this little young, you know what I'm saying? At the time, he real active in my city. He's just in this talk.
Dante Curry.
Talk. Right. So let me get this right. You gave him some murders, and that's what got my mandatory minimum knocked down for the feds, because you know the only way in the feds that a mandatory minimum go home, they just gave you a crazy time reduction. They got the light. Hell no, they ain't let me go home. Nigga, they gave me a crazy time reduction because like when I actually got into the feds.
And listen as he goes on. What's up, Bird? Listen as he goes on. He's going to tell you that there's no yard he could walk on. There is no place he can go that is safe.
And I seen him in the life at first. You gave him 5 murders, and that ended up getting you what? That gave me 74 months. But 15 to life to 6 years. Yeah, 15 to life to 6 years. And listen, 15 years is only the mandatory minimum. You know, they got all them enhancements and all. You did this, you did that, you did this. So I was looking at least 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at like 30, 40 because I found out once I gave them these bodies, but see, they binding me to have to testify on this in the city. So now I done got on the stand or no here. So you just couldn't just give them the shit they wanted you to testify to.
Absolutely. And you're behind bars. So guess what? You coming. You are coming. When he come from the prison to testify against Dante Curry, he had to file a motion that way they could have him testify in regular clothing. I forget this guy's name, and they didn't sell me it either. I'll get it for y'all. But I believe it's in Dante's paperwork. Hold on. I'm sure it is. See, he's not telling no lie, bro. Shout out to Maine, bro. Remember for 4 motherfucking months, man. Shout out to that shit. Keep on going up, baby.
Yeah, they said because they end up giving me, you know, a 5K1. They end up giving me a 5K1, but in the deal though, Wack, in the deal, they said
the 5K1.
You they gave me the time cut, but they said you do not testify. We give you that year back. It's in the agreement. All this shit is in my court records. So
here it is right here. State of Indiana versus Dante Curry, case type murder. Decided. He beat it. Anyway, I want to take you down. Order issued. See, his name is in here somewhere. I guarantee it. I just don't want to dig through it right this second. Okay, here's all the things. See, Dante Curry got out on this. He got put on like a monitored I don't know, like a monitor bracelet or whatever, out on bond for a murder, you know what I mean, with a monitor bracelet. But this dude's already in jail. He's in Fed prison doing this fucking telling. But it says right here, like for transport orders, fax, and order over. This dude was telling from the fucking jail system, bro.
So for the minutes, young niggas in the county talking about all these murders and shit for show shit. Or I flew up at the scene. I put the nigga. I kicked his ass too. So nigga, I hopped on 3 cases while in the county too. Hold on. So now
you said I hopped on 3 cases while I was in the county too. So he had to go. What it was he had to go all the way back to Allen County Jail from the federal penitentiary to go testify against Dante.
Picked up some more murders from county jail just talking about their case, or murders they did that they didn't get caught for. And I cooked that, sure did. So this wasn't the cases they was in there for. This cases they just talking about. Well, one locked up,
Sure did.
locked up for a triple homicide, you know what I'm saying? But he talking though, you know what I'm saying? Giving up facts about the case, only, you know what I'm saying? Idiot or the details working the case is gonna know. So when I come, now I'm reading this law library, LexisNexis, I'm learning about third-party cooperation and all this. He giving me facts. So nigga, I went and told my lawyer, she went and told the prosecutor, and then I hopped on this other that's in the county, this other murder case. He wasn't even locked up for it. He was locked up for a robbery, but he talking about this body he did, and come to find out, dumbass nigga did this shit. Really drew up on the scene how he did, how he told me.
Oh my God, bro. You can't talk about your crimes to other inmates, bro, and think that it's okay. It just like every cell in the penitentiary now got a goddamn box in it that can listen to you at any time. Look at the inmates just rolling on each other. This dude just decided one day he's going to call the feds and play games with them.
He did. So when they went and tested DNA, it was him. He just telling you this shit for no reason, just to pass. Man, they just in the cell just talking, nigga. Like we best friends.
What's up,
Know these. You know what I'm saying? So I had to testify. So I testified twice, Wack. So because I ended up getting a Rule 35B2. Because after I got that 64 months, I wasn't done. I mean, I'm trying to get out earlier. So
This is not funny, y'all, because I'm not glorifying none of this, dude. This is fucking insanity, bro. He said I wasn't done. Nah, I want to tell some more, bro. Get more time off.
Dante Curry, man.
Yep, right there it is. Dante Curry.
I'm trying to get out earlier. So I testified on name Dante Curry, man. His name Killer Tay about this murder in Fort Wayne, Indiana, when he took the contract. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up beating it. I got understand. I was a strong witness and all that shit. He ended up beating it then. But see, like, nigga, I ain't done yet though. Wait, hold on. So because he beat it, did you get time off or? Yeah, no, they gave me my time up front. They gave me my time up front. All they obligated me to do was just testify. It don't matter if he win it.
And it don't matter if you you get out. I mean, you get your time up front. But this is crazy, bro. Oh, yeah, they will. They'll tell. These people are telling like a motherfucker, bro. I mean, it's just how it is. I don't know what to say. Like, most people are not going to take 20 years of their life and throw it away for somebody else. They're going to try to find a way out. And if that way is telling on you, they're probably going to tell on you. You can almost guarantee it.
Lose, gotta testify. Okay, how you beat it? Oh, because that's an agent. They was investigating me for the murder.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? So you jammed Dante up in it because Dante sold you the weapon a week before that. Ain't that funny, bro? This dude's diabolical with this shit, bro. He's evil. He knew that motherfucker had sold him the murder weapon. Or no, wait a minute. What was it? That he sold him the murder weapon. That's what it was. And Dante got caught with
the one I keep mentioning, Jay Stewart. He showed up called Jay Stewart as one of his witnesses or whatever. And Jay Stewart, because at the time I'm working as an FBI informant, got knocked down. So I came to him while I was on the streets before I got locked up. This is why he called this agent as a witness.
Your media team needs to clean this shit up, Wack. Your media team needs to clean up this shit. All the cut and then starting back up. Clean it up, media team. Hunter's side. I just can't understand how. Here's my gist of it. My opinion is this. Wack 100 is telling everybody, bro, he's working. He's telling everybody, but he's not telling everybody. At this point, you gotta believe he is, bro.
I heard about 8 contracts in the street. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, it's money on niggas' heads or whatever. So I gave this nigga 8 names, and one of the 8 names on the list ended up dead, and now I'm on the scene. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So Jay Stewart told, he testified that they had reason to believe, you know, I was the one that also gave like 8 different names, and I mean like 3 different names about who possibly could have did it and all that shit. But he said it was investigating me for the murder, so that's the reasonable doubt that they needed from a decorated special agent to get this nigga to beat the shit, you know. So you telling on him actually worked for him?
So let's be clear. You can look this case up. You can look this trial up, y'all. This is known public information. Just so y'all know, this motherfucker is not telling no, he's not telling no stories, bro. He is ratting, and ratting, bro. Straight up. What I just say. Go to speedy trial if you know you're gonna win. If you know you got them motherfuckers beat, take it to speedy.
Yeah, me telling on him wasn't for me. Now, he didn't get cooked, you know what I'm saying? God bless to him, you know what I'm saying? But I got, you know what I'm saying, they knocked another year my life. With that murder? No, I never got charged. None of that. The whole city was getting shook down about it, you know what I'm saying? So it was a cold, because I ain't gonna lie, man, the nigga got knocked down, and I went to the feds. I went to the feds the next day, shit, yeah, I was there.
Oh, man. He said, I'm not gonna lie, homie got killed. I was at the feds the next day. Yup, I was there. Yup.
I was there, and I was, you know what I'm saying? We were just supposed to be going to buy some weed, and when we pulled to this nigga spot, you know what I'm saying, at the park at the corner, because he didn't want nobody in front of his house, he don't bust plays in front of his house. So, he's sitting there smoking blunts, waiting for Buddy to pull up. This is what I'm telling the feds when I went to him the next day after Buddy got, and I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? We were sitting there waiting for Buddy, and I seen some lights pull up, and some headlights pull up behind us because it was dark. And then Buddy got a text on his phone saying that dude was saying he was out there. So he got out, he looked over at me and said, shit, I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? And when he got out the car,
So he was pre-telling on somebody because he had a guilty conscience, bro. The very next day, he's in the feds telling on somebody else. It was him. I was with him last night, and this happened, I don't know what happened, but this is what happened. When it's you the whole fucking time, bro, you're going to hell. You're going to be judged for this, man. You know that, right? You're going to be judged for this. And God's going to have his wrath on you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He was walking in the middle of the street, he got hard, and then after 5, so I pulled off and left him. That's what I told them. They said I was lying.
Crow and tail.
So they thought you did it. Yeah, they thought I did it. Yeah, you know how that shit go. But like I said, see what I wanted to do with this whole little. So boom, they not telling me, hold up, I got to register as a sex offender. So hold up, no. But let me get back to the story. So boom. Now you down to the 74 months. You trying to work some more time off. Yeah, I'm trying to work some time. You in the feds, right? Yeah, I'm in the feds. I was at Tucson, Arizona, USP. That's a dropout yard. You know, only certain type of that yard. You either a snitch, you either a transgender, you a gang dropout, you know what I'm saying? Or you just some old head nigga who been down 40 years and you tired of politics. You trying to kick back. All right. I'm listening. Yeah, so
I'm sure you are, baby.
They call the cheese factory. Oh man, they call it Lover's Lane. That's trans all them blows and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be sitting back laughing at Gucci online. All this federal shit. Nigga, you was at a dropout yard. He's at Tell Her USP dropout yard. Who's that? Who Gucci man. Oh come on, man, you tripping. He didn't walk like the dropout yard.
No fucking Gucci.
But maybe they send him over there because it's celebrity status. Man, you got celebrity. That nigga was in the trenches. We don't know. I ain't saying them bad. I ain't saying them nigga high. We don't know Gucci to be in told on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So no.
I want you guys to sit back and just think. Why does this guy feel so inclined to tell Wack 100 this story? Does he see something in Wack that we don't see? Or we do see? Does he think Wack is working too?
You ain't never heard that in the feds. What reason would they have that just can't even walk? I just know I've never heard.
Shut up. We don't care about Gucci.
His whole thing, he was in the challenge program. Letting skills and all. That nigga told me I had to get off the yard, you know what I'm saying? Because of my, he didn't know. And then I was ready to run anyway because I hadn't shown no paperwork yet, right? So I got down there, I'm hot. I know I got case and all that shit, so I'm trying to keep it away. So I'm cutting myself. I'm walking around like I'm slowly smelling. I keep niggas out my face, pulling up on me. So this shit worked for me for 60 days. Because, you only got 30 days to show that work. You might get a 15-day extension depending on who got the car or whatever. So when right before he told me I had to go, walked up to me, asked me for my case number. I'm like, oh, shit, me to go. So that means they're going to go in there and pull
Every yard, bro.
Yeah, he going to have his people on the street pacing me. You know what I'm saying? Got you. Yeah, pacing me. So then when I get to the feds, I'm still working at Tucson, all the guards calling me chomos. Oh, you got to, because in any kind of sex case, you're a chomo. You ain't got to touch on nobody. Any kind of sex case, they going to call you a chomo. And so if you at that yard, they going to roll you up. Yeah, they going to go like, because you come in 2 weeks before you get there, right? Because of laundry, get your information first because they got to get your clothes and shit ready. That's
a fact. They know you're coming first.
And they're on the bus and they walk up to every morning. Hey, you got a homie coming. You got a homie coming. Hey, what's his name? What's his name? So already pacing me, already looking me up. So when I hit the yard and I want to play games with them good men, as they say in the feds, niggas gonna put me in a whole little twist. So, I walk up to you. Oh, what up, homie? What up, homie? This so-and-so, this so-and-so. Give me a little care package, you know what I'm saying? A little hygiene, shower shoes, some little joggers, sweat, some commissary. Hey, homie, man, you smoke? Niggas got some K2. Niggas got the dab. You going to sell thinking shit sweet. You ain't see them two big niggas stop in front of the door. Now they got you in there put knives in you. Got you. Yeah, so
here's the whole thing to this.
I'm out though. I'm out.
This is a free man right now. This is a free man. I think he says he's on some kind of New Jersey. He's in New Jersey right now. New Yorkians, New Jerseyans. He is in that state of he is in those states right now. So y'all be on the lookout.
The feds, even before I did some shit for them though, but I went to 5 different states working knocking shit, right? And then what I'm saying with this story, just so I ain't lying, or the next time I talk to I ain't lying, because anything big girl, I'm pushing up with this shit right here. What I want to do is have a lie detector test formatted to my all this shit facts, and nigga, all my work, niggas want to see your docket sheet.
He said, pull up the paperwork. I'm a snitch for sure. This is a different kind of youth, bro. This is a different kind of person. He's happy to be a snitch. And there are going to be more of them. Because people are going to look at this, children that are influential, and go, oh, well, he got out of something by telling. I'll do it. I'll tell if I get caught. They already got it in their brains. They're going to tell. So fuck it. Let's just commit all the crimes. This is a different kind of fucking person, bro.
See your transcripts. They just want to see your judgment commitment, your plea bargain. Now you see my docket sheet? Say see you. All the bodies are
That's fucking crazy, bro. He said, go look my name up. It's sealed. It's sealed.
There you go. So all the bodies corroborate on the seal. Yeah, my lawyer was trying to help me out because she said when you go in there, they're going to want to see your paperwork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal it for you so they can't see, because your docket sheet showed every motion that was filed in court on your behalf or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she said if I seal it, you can say, oh, it's mental health related or whatever, but she don't know when I hit the yard, shit, see it on your docket sheet, suspect, treat you like you hot.
If it's sealed,
so
they're going
to go. So I got to the, but see, I was just in this little jail. I just testified again, though, right on a murder, though. You know what I'm saying?
I just testified. You hear this, motherfucker? I just testified again on a murder. I just did it again. I need this 10 years probation knocked off too, bro. He's crazy.
You hear me? I'm listening to you, bro. Yeah, I just testified on another murder, man. So when I got it, so
you hear his voice drop down.
After I worked that last little deal to get that last little year in it, it's crazy. I'm so cut though. I ain't had nothing but a year and a half. You know what I'm saying?
to get about this, but a year and a half too long. Yeah, game that body. So now I get out. I'm on the streets for a year and a half, but I go back on a violation, you know what I'm saying, because of the dirty hearing screens. I call it 13 dirty hearing screens. So while I'm in federal holding, they put me in this little because my city lose their contract to house Fed, you know what I'm saying? My city lose the contract to house Fed. So they got so they sending us to these little small little white jails around us and shit. So it's this white boy and shit from my city. You can Google that shit, look him up. I got on the stand on him. We in the cell. This nigga talking about he in here for killing his grandma and shit. He ain't talking about all this shit. So I had 10 years probation, but guess how much probation I got now? What?
So wait, this after you got out?
The fuck, bro? This is the cold shot, bro. This is a cold shot. I did have 10. Guess what I got now, man?
Yeah, it's after I got out. I wasn't done working. I'm still working. I got 10 years probation.
So you do the 5 years in there.
Yeah.
How many different prisons you went to?
Okay, my first prison, like I said, was Allenwood USP. I got down there. The homie let me walk, but then another came and he heard about my case and they started politicking, so I thought they was gonna bring their move. So I'm up there and I ended up going to Florence where Baby and them was at. I got down there in May of 2019, and they put me in ED first, and then they moved me over there in the unit with Baby and DA, and with being met Baby in unit DA. So I lasted on that yard 2 months before he told me I had to go. But see, now I'm seeing they gonna keep sending me to these wild ass SPs because all these points I got this case, and I'm hot, So hell no. So when I'm in the shoe at Florence, after Baby made me check in, I get the debriefing with SIS, you know what I'm saying, the prison police. Keep going from spot to spot to get me check in and all this motherfucking all this shit. So what can I do? He said, well, you are affiliated with the GD, so you can debrief. You can debrief and get the game drop tag, and then we send you to a drop on yard. So I started the debrief process, and then when I got done debriefing, because they sent me to Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and I got stuck in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania during COVID. Once Trump shut down the BOP in March, that's when I was debriefing. I got stuck all the way in Lewisburg down there until September. So now I got this gang drop tag on me. I can't be around no active gang members, no active politics. I can't be around none of that. So they send me. So now I go to my first drop on yard. They send me to Terre Haute, but it was a yard on a yard that I had testified on. You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker he can't go nowhere, bro. He can't go nowhere. He couldn't even get off the bus in Terre Haute. There's somebody I testified on right there. Fuck.
So I didn't go out. I stayed in PC. I'm gonna keep it a band, Wack. I stayed in PC.
Well, how you know he was on the yard? You seen him was up?
Nah, because when you check in, they got air to shoot together. They just got certain statuses and shit. So if you're on PC, when they come to your door, it's gonna say protected custody. But in the shoe, everybody down there politicking. So I seen a nigga from Fort Wayne, and he said to me, such and such down here. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't go out. So then I had to sit in the hole for 45 more days, and that's when they sent me to USP Tucson down there in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So I did the rest of my time. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, okay. I did the rest of my time on that 5 at
Who the fucking ringtone was that, bro?
Because that's when I started working with the detective, Brian Martin. He's the lead homicide detective in my city. So he was the one that I was really dealing with, giving all this information on bodies and shit. So then, like I said, I went home. I was in the shoe when they came and told me that I've been immediately released, that they just took the last year off my sentence. You know what I'm saying? You can go home. So then I went back to my city, pulled up, got around, some shit like that. But it's all bad for my city. I'm the talk of the town. Family don't want me around. I'm about to die in 2 weeks. This nigga about to be that nigga about to
know because of they know you cooperated. Which one of both?
Yeah, because I'm hot. Nigga, that ain't even being talked about because that shit got dropped. And for that shit up, I put paperwork on it. That shit got dropped. But because I testified on this known hitter in my city, Dante Curry, like I said, I ain't never had the bag. I ain't never been no super rich. Yeah. None of that shit. But as far as just man time and penitentiary, whooping shit, crushing shit on the streets with them pets, I had a very little name. But now I'm being blackballed and I got to look over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So I move out the city. I ain't gonna lie because, as far as I'm concerned, the number one element to the art of survival is, you know what I'm saying, who you surround yourself with, where you lay your head at. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the outskirts.
Yeah.
So I went to the outskirts, and that's where I was living at. But then I got knocked on that violation. So now they talking about 3 years because of the probation I got over my head. 13 dirty urine screens.
Oh, okay, dirty test. All right.
Yeah, yo, dirty test. So that's when I'm in this bitch sweating, bro. I just did 5 years. Now they talking about 3 more. And then they put me in the cell with this goofy ass white boy who talking about this murder of his grandma. So I called a prosecutor in his city down there in Huntington, Indiana, and I hopped on that case. I was a star witness.
So how you know where to call? You just know the number by heart?
I mean, like, I heard you talking about the big meats. You said big meat.
Man, oh man, bro. One hell of a story, isn't it? One hell of a story, bro. Here's the issue with this. Why is it okay to tell Wack? Why did Wack want to know all this? You're from Indiana, bro. You're not a Cali dude. All right, why did you want to know all this, Wack? And why would you do this when everybody in the world is calling you an informant around the time that everybody's calling you an informant? Now all of a sudden, Wack don't want Act talking to Luce Cannon no more about anything with Wack. He's trying to keep himself further away from it as he can. Isn't this all a little strange to you? It's all strange to me. Hold on. I think you need a slip. Or you'll be leaving with a fat lip. Come on. Well, so falling back. Academic says he's fallen back from covering the Luce Cannon Wack 100 beef. You think that's fair? I ask you because you guys are the people that view. Do you think that's fair to do at all? I don't.
They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't run away.
No, we're not calling Wack today. Oh, you want me to give you a Wack update? And so because even like Sharice texted me today, and I didn't really respond. She texted me her video. I will say this, and I don't think Wack told me this in secrecy, so I'm just gonna be like, Wack made a personal call to me today, expressing some things that I won't mention, but some seriousness.
We're not. Are we not getting the real media anymore? Are we not getting real journalism?
Around some things happening with the Luce Cannon situation, maybe some possible legal or whatever. And he asked me, he says, Zach, I'm asking you as someone who, you know, I would have your back and I want you to have my back. Could you not indulge in this Luce Cannon Wack debacle anymore? And
it don't look good, does it? It don't look good. It's not a good look, is it? Because you know Luce is about to start talking.
You know, the details of what he told me to kind of support that goes neither here nor there, and it's not for me to share with y'all. But
that's where the real journalism lies, Wack or Act. Academics. That's where the real journalism lies in people. Because now you're just doing things, you're not being a journalist. That's upsetting. That's a little upsetting, man. Act bending the knee.
You know, you got to have some loyalty and some respect as in terms of the friendships and things like that.
To who?
And I also usually think about these things and imagine if I made that request, would you want somebody to honor it? And, you know, I think my one caveat was, wait, are you going to still entertain it? Because if you're telling me it's that serious and that there are these entities and it could escalate or whatever, and
come on, bro.
I'm
more.
good to let it go. Now, I don't know if Wax will let it go, but I would
hope
that he would as well let it go. But he asked me, he called me today very early. I remember he called me like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I said, damn, Wack is up at 8 o'clock on the West Coast. And he made that request. And when he told me about how serious certain things could get, are getting, I obliged. I actually agreed. I said, it's done. I'm
they're
not
getting there.
Not trying to, you know, because I've always said this, you know, I'm not trying to do content on things that could get somebody incarcerated or get people hemmed up. I was always wondering why people who are putting themselves at risk of incarceration or other things would do content on those very things.
You're very
right. Just for the record to show,
you guarantee that
Wack call me, say, Ack, could you please?
And the thing is, man, if I was around Wack, bro, they're probably police too. I don't know, man. At this point, I'm just going day by day. And I'm allowed to have
up off of this thing.
I'm allowed to change my mind.
There's
I'm allowed to
a bunch of things happening.
Allowed to change,
and
I'm here to just
A, B, C, D, and E,
y'all, bro.
That could escalate things.
I'm going to give you the perspective,
and I agreed. So
of not the street.
Just to let y'all know,
I'm going to give you the citizen perspective of things.
And by the way, y'all
like,
can clip this.
Are dumb, bro.
I'll
Luce Cannon.
I think I should.
Luce Cannon has talked his way into federal penitentiary, not a state case. He got himself a big boy, bro. Talked so much he got put on a RICO. And then now he's still talking and won't shut up. That's crazy, man. You know what they say?
Courtesy wise, text Sharice and let her know, like, hey, listen, with all due respect, I've just been informed that whatever y'all got going on, and I don't, I'm very cool with Wack, but I just hear it's at a level that I don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't need no feds knocking on your door.
What I'm saying? And that level would constitute more arrest, indictments, law enforcement, all these other things. And I'm like,
why would that come about with people just beefing?
I've always said this. Remember what I was saying about
hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Why would that come about if two people are just beefing? Somebody's scared. Somebody's got something going on that doesn't want the spot blown up. Act is the most mainstream you can get for like hip hop on YouTube. Like, that's where people go to. So somebody's, well, we know who's bowing out.
The whole thing with when I was saying, yo,
Wack bowed out.
Please. I said, Wack, if remember, because he would get upset when he would talk to me on stream and we throw an ad hominem attacks. I always said, Wack, if you ask me directly, like, hey, Act, could you stop? Could we just not talk about this? I wouldn't talk about it. And I'm here to say that he asked me specifically with the Luce Cannon stuff to not continue that conversation or whatever that involves their back and forth currently. And because he asked me directly, I will oblige.
He's a gossip queen. Okay? That's what it is then. If he's not being a true journalistic person, then who do we go to get the truth? You're shutting up the truth. Oh, this is getting hairy, bro. This is getting hairy now, bro. Right, Carlos? What's good, Zero? Somebody's bowing out. This just keeps progressing day by day. Day by day, bro. Wack wants to fall back in the middle of nothing again, doesn't he? Why does Wack just want to disappear again? Why doesn't Wack want to be in the limelight? Hold on a minute here. What about the content? What about the content?
And then they put me in the cell with this goofy ass white boy who talking about this murder of his grandma. So I called out a prosecutor.
I think that was over with. So Wack bowed, or academics has bowed out of talking about Wack and Loose Cannon beef. I guess it's just left to people that don't know anything about it. And like, come on, bro. Like this, what the fuck? That's not journalism. That's not journalism, bro. If one person can call you and say, I don't want you talking about that, man, and the other person wants you to, shouldn't you stay in the middle and cover that specific thing? I would think, right? What the fuck is going on, bro? But yet, he'll come up here and speak about the case, won't he?
You sign that name on your contract. Erase your name from the streets. Because what happens is people get these contracts.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to keep it real with my people. But keeping it real with your people is working against yourself. Because you can say, all right, as kids, we've been 4 p.m. Nigga, we sold cool cups.
We don't care.
We sold bottles of water.
Baby going down too.
Well, I'll say now, I think early on people were hearing certain stuff with it, but it's been a while. Doing Architect Digest, like he's been trying to give us every single reason to appear or kind of look like he don't look like he's close to anything.
Because that was never his intentions. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Shut up, man.
You can't do it in all the artists. I know y'all want to keep it real.
So going to Houston and Dallas, is that?
Yeah, a lot of people from Memphis and Chicago moved to Houston and Dallas, bro. It's a lot of Chicago niggas in Memphis.
You called No Jumper and told him to stop talking to Luce while he's locked up. I really appreciate that one because I Luce now. Like,
bro, what the fuck? Everybody gets hemmed up and Wack's all the center of it. Now Wack wants out of it and nobody to talk about it. Just what the fuck? That's crazy.
Brain. Mm-hmm. If he already said it, what the fuck you want me to do about it? I don't know what a nigga gonna say. If I ask you, so what's your relationship with Big U, or why did y'all fall out? You think I know what he about to say?
No.
He said it. So you want me to do what? What you want me to do?
I don't know. I think people kind of look at it like certain things you wouldn't even talk about or tap into when you know your man. It's like you know that one homeboy that every time you're around either women or you're around certain people, he can't keep his mouth shut. So you either don't bring that person around, or when you bring that person around, you keep the conversation very short and you make sure you control the flow of the conversation.
Y'all, I would greatly appreciate
bro, y'all acting too much of me, bro.
Come back, chill with us, bro.
That might be that too.
You acting way too much of Wack, bro.
That might be that.
Look, let me tell you something about this 100 side over here, bro. And pay attention. You see this floor? I don't have to be here for it to run. I don't have to be here for content to get dropped, for scheduling to happen, for the floor to be protected. You know why? Everybody know what to do.
You act like you got
get what
some
I'm saying?
stronghold on podcast,
Everybody know what to
on
do,
media.
and
They
that's
think
what
you
I'm
be
using.
doing be whack, bro. Like, where's your editing? Like, you ain't even subparing over there with the 100 show. Let's be real. With the money you got and the people you know, your shit ain't even subpar. The media that comes off of you, anything that you're talking about on the 100 side, be trash as hell.
To since a pup, when I go back to track and field or pop Martin football, or even my little crew on the block, when we were some little dusty ass niggas with the clubhouse I built in the backyard. You get what I'm saying? Everybody knew what to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the clubhouse.
Right. So, hey, look, bro, you got the orange
I would
tree at
say
home,
so.
so make sure you pick some oranges. And you got the apples and grapes, so y'all bring them to the clubhouse, put them on the shelf. You make sure you sweep the carpet. I'm going to make sure, nigga, I'm going to go make sure we got the peanut butter and jelly. I got the extra bread. Don't worry about that. Like, everybody knew what to do. We had one nigga, he was an expert at fixing bikes. So when we get to the backyard, it was his job to
Hold on. The problem with a lot of podcasters, like, you know, even like say Brick Baby, I think Brick Baby naturally isn't an entertainment person. And where he first found his like niche was, I'm gonna tell you something that's going on in the streets that is going to be interesting to y'all, that y'all want to watch me. When a lot of podcasters, that's the only thing that gets them the like, Wack, you could sit here and roast somebody and people laugh. You could sit here, like, you could talk about anything. You could talk about R&B for 2 hours and keep an audience, right? A lot of these dudes, they can't do anything to entertain an audience, but really give a real insight into what's going on in the street and their former crimes or former lives. And that kind of gets them jammed up. I see it all the time in podcasting. That's why you see a lot of street dudes go in there and then they try.
It's not former if they're getting jammed up. Why the play on the words, act?
Basically just sell their stories. I mean, that happened in Chicago too a bit, but a lot of the Chicago dudes that didn't get jammed up is talking about stuff from like when drill just started, like 2012. They're like, oh, this is what it was like then. You know what I mean? A lot of those people are dead or they're incarcerated. This new wave is like, these niggas is talking about shit that happened last week. Like, there's talking about like things that have no statute of limitations. I don't know. But I've never seen you do that.
I mean, talk about a nigga that got kicked in the ass.
Yeah, he does get a lot of lawsuits on him.
Well, you're not gonna hear me talk about, you know, no crazy shit. That ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
They just know how to keep the lifestyle going. That's all it is, y'all.
That it ain't even worth talking
These
about.
dudes have just been able to get their lifestyle to a certain look, and they're able to maintain that so that it looks like they keep going bigger and bigger and bigger. They ain't going, man. You're right, Bird. What the shit that Wack puts out is trash. I mean, it's content. Don't get me wrong, but there's no editing behind it. It's just him talking.
I've seen some shit.
Some bullshit in my life. It be half broke down.
Are part of history that you hear songs about, that they're really here. You get what I'm saying? Like, really here. You got to remember, like, our first generation of this shit is in the 70s. You follow what I'm saying?
Some of them
like,
don't make
I
money.
can really, like, let you talk to some motherfuckers that really tell you where this shit come from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those people that...
You might have a good point there, man. You might have a good point. What work has Wack been doing? He's sure the fuck ain't managing nobody. One sitting behind bars, not doing dick. The other one sitting in his house, not doing dick. Ray J selling fucking earbuds and vapes. So, like, what are they really doing? I mean, you're probably making a ton off them vapes and earbuds, but don't get me wrong. That's the only one that's shaking anything right now is Ray J. You can't even get Game's career back going, and he's the fucking Game. He's the fucking Game. Get another hit, bro.
To shoot a nigga at 2 o'clock, nigga, they dropping a song 3:30. I done been with you, act niggas sending you shit. Yo, we just spun the block on them niggas. Remember them niggas last week? Put this up. You like, yo, bro, do you understand that it shows everything? I don't give a fuck, and I watch you not put it up. That's why I be defending you, but niggas be like, act be this, act be that, bro. Act the same shit.
What? Did you just Did you just implement this motherfucker in a crime? What the fuck? Did you just implement that motherfucker in a crime? Yep.
They saying little baby gave me the money that we did this, bro. It ain't like niggas say all kind of shit.
Wait. Let me ask you this question. Has somebody ever called your phone?
That's right.
And just by the nature of what they're saying,
Ray J trying to get bread out here.
Bro, stop talking.
But I think Wack only manages the side of Ray J that's music. I don't think Wack has his hands in all of the other shit. I don't believe so.
On my phone like this.
That's a fact.
Because like it still boggles my mind that like wiretaps are so effective. I would think
you could monetize on Clubhouse, yeah.
In how advanced technology is, like rule number 1 got to be don't do the crime with your cell phone in your pocket. Rule number 2 got to be don't do the crime with your car, and rule number 3 got to be get off the fucking phone. Like these are very simple rules where we're in a complex time where they're solving crimes like that because they could triangulate your GPS, they could do all type of stuff to figure it out. Who the hell is still really talking about crime on the phone? Or do you think some of these guys don't know what
everybody? Who else you gonna talk about that? If he's across the state and you're right here, well,
crimes.
I think a lot of these niggas just be talking. I done had niggas call me and say all kind of crazy ass shit. Here you go, act. There go to Cooperant. That came from Ghost. He just put that out.
That video he's talking about.
But I didn't have niggas call my phone and say crazy shit. Bro, I didn't have niggas call me. I swear to God. Hey, Wack, what's up? What's up? You straight? Yeah, I'm good. What you mean? Man, niggas just say they chase you down. What you mean chase me down? Yeah, they say they caught you in the hood at the light. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Bro, I'm sitting way in Europe somewhere, bro. Literally. So how many motherfuckers you think he already got on the phone and called and told that shit? I'm like, bro, I'm in Europe.
How you, Angie?
He called on nigga on the other line. Hold on. Click up. Hey, homie, what up? Nigga, I got Wack on the phone. He way in Europe. You know what the nigga said?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that to go say nothing to him. Bro, it'd be a lot of bullshit said on them lines, bro.
Hey, Wack.
I know.
Listen, I haven't got a full confirmation on this, but damn, breaking news. What the fuck? They're reporting, they're saying that Memphis Police Department has identified the second suspect in the killing of Say So P. They're basically saying he was found dead too. So both suspects are dead. What the fuck?
Whack, bro. They got them both. That's how you do it. Right there is how you do it, boys and girls. Did you hear that? Say So P's other murderer has been found dead. So whoever put the hit out on somebody, put a hit out on the hitters. Like, that's how you do it, though. The talkers can't talk no more, can they? Sorry, I don't promote violence or murdering people, but if you're gonna do it, take some lessons at least.
You know what that mean, right?
Do your homework about killing people.
That mean them niggas was just the gunman. Whoever paid them got rid of them.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
that's a fact.
No way.
That's what happened, man. Don't fucking act like that ain't what happened.
I think niggas start spinning. I think whoever Say So
What them niggas do? Hey, listen.
They got found murdered, you guys.
How did what you call it just to get arrested?
Who?
Yellow Beezy.
The gunman is telling on him. I ain't gonna lie. Your shooter is gonna tell.
There you go.
The 2025 shooter is going to tell.
That's why they don't want them motherfuckers.
And Yellow Beezy was supposedly gonna pay that nigga 40 bands. I'm like, how much you gotta pay a nigga not to tell? I guess ain't no price on freedom, but still.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Why don't we start talking about how these kids shouldn't be telling? How these kids shouldn't jam themselves up to tell? How these kids shouldn't be toting guns? How freedom's better? Yeah, you're goddamn right it is. I love waking up and pissing when I right where I got going to the bathroom when I want. I ain't got to worry about hanging a curtain up. Yeah, be square, bro. Best thing I ever did in my life was decided to be a square. Shit, I feel like all my life, that's all I've been doing is making changes to myself. Growing into a better version of me. Trying to, at least. Ain't no fucking way I want to go backwards.
Listen, for the one to come up knocked down and the other one to come up knocked down, a nigga cleaning his backyard.
Yep.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Bro, come on, hey. How many mafia movies have we not seen this year, bro? Look, Godfather Part 2. Celebration in the house, Reno, Nevada.
Yeah.
Right? Mikey's in the house, in the room. They shoot the room up. He grab his wife and kids on the floor. Right? Gunman on the move. They let the dogs, everything go. What Mikey say? If my hunter's right, when you find the gunman, they gonna be dead. When they found him, was they dead?
Yeah.
Because they know if they find him alive, they gonna torture him in jail. So if you telling me both gunmen, right?
That's exactly what it is, dude. Both gunmen found murdered. Hell yeah, Carlos. Hell yeah. That's what it is. Say so P's murderers got murdered. And nobody is ever going to fucking solve the crime now. Because they're dead.
Full confirmation that the second.
The other one is dead.
Jaden Dandridge, the one that hopped out of the car without a mask and walked right into the stove, he dead. Like
he dead.
They got him out of here quick. It's like they knew this nigga was gonna get found. Either that or people seen his picture on his news and niggas start spinning. Never know. But
now, the only nigga left right now is the driver. And let me tell you what's so scared about being a driver, right? Hopefully, the driver was contracted by the two gunmen. Because if the driver was contracted by the two gunmen, then the nigga that contracted them don't know who he is.
Salute to
you. You get what I'm saying? If not, that nigga on the run, he ain't running from the police. He
running from the killers.
He running from the bookie man.
Yeah.
This is what we gonna do though, bro. Because enough with us. We saw you clam up, lock up on this Kanye interview, Act.
No, I didn't.
This is his play.
Okay. Again, before they hit me with questions, so some people, and I thought to myself, if Kanye shows up in a black KKK outfit, and I did say to myself, rip up the game plan. You ever hear like, yo,
I know him.
Yo,
nigga does me the same.
Kanye is just Kanye, bro.
You still want the feature done? Yeah, he said, I got Vory down here. Come down. We in Austin.
Because the shooter, they probably come from Houston. I mean, the people that killed him were probably from Houston and then just tracked him to Memphis. These youngsters these days are putting on them trackers. They fucking using tracking devices. They fucking follow you, lay down on you.
On the flight. Shot to Austin. I called 6ix9ine. He in Miami. I said, meet us in Austin. Right? We get to Austin. We go in there and we sitting there and Vory listen. I don't want to fly, coach.
So the funny thing is, Wack don't want to talk, don't want academics talking about Luce Cannon and their beef anymore. I call bullshit on that, bro. I call bullshit on that one. Big U hit with 20,000 wiretap calls, bro. and 60 gigabytes of video, bro. Oh, wow. Shout out to urban politicians. What's up, Metal Mania?
An alleged LA gang leader, Eugene Henley Jr., is heading to trial. He was named in a 43-county federal indictment. He pleaded not guilty during his arraignment. Prosecutors accuse Henley of running a criminal enterprise involving murder, human trafficking, robbery, and extortion. They also say Henley, known as Big U, has ties to the notorious Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips street gang. His trial is scheduled.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another
Shout out
edition
to
of Urban
UBTV, bro. Go subscribe to UBTV.
Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as we all seen the breaking news.
Yeah, 20,000 just buries you, dude. 20,000 wiretaps buried. You're fucking finished. 60 gigabytes of video, bro? Now, that may or may not be a whole lot. 60 gigabytes of video is not a ton, I wouldn't think. Especially if they got it in 4K, 60 frames per second. That's not a whole lot, but that's seriously video, though. Like, they got you on CCTV.
Or so ago, where Big U and several others were indicted on RICO charges, as they are now talking about the next step, where the trial is supposed to start on May 20th. But news broke today that there's some discrepancies, as others do not want to use their right to the fast and speedy trial as Big U has, because that is rather quickly for it to start within just a couple weeks. And that revealed that they have a lot of new evidence that they are supposed to be presenting in the courtroom as well.
So
Eugene, Big U's in the code of.
So you think there's going to be another superseding indictment, huh? I think so. I think so. Oh, no shit. Yeah.
Defendants in this federal RICO case want to push back their trial, scheduled to start later this month. Their attempt to do that has brought something startling to the light: the sheer volume of evidence in the case. In a new court filing, the government reveals that it has a mountain of material against the former Nipsey Hussle manager and 6 co-defendants. Included in that pile are, prosecutors say, 20,000 intercepted audio calls, as well as numerous surreptitious audio and video recordings. In addition, there are law enforcement reports, search warrants and returns, criminal history documents, recordings, and photographs. In total, about 60 gigabytes of material. On top of having to sort through such a huge amount of evidence.
The problem is, in order to do like the Nipsey case, you're going to need that dude to talk. So unless Eric Holder's talking, they probably don't have much. But we don't know. Eric might get a deal.
Many of the co-defendants' lawyers are also scheduled to handle their trials for a number of other criminal cases, some of which overlap with the planned trial start date of May 20th, 2025. There's one person who objects to this change, Big U himself. Despite the fact that his own lawyer has an entirely different trial scheduled to start one day before his, he still wants to proceed as originally.
You damn right, bro. You're damn right. If I'm Big U, I'm fast and speedy. Fast and speedy. Let's get this bitch rolling, bro. What evidence you got? Let's drop it. Let's get all that shit. Let's go. Because this is shaky.
The judge in the case, A. Joel Richland, has not responded to the request for a delay as of this writing. Big U is accused of running a massive criminal network as far back as 2010 and using the Rolling 60 Crips gang and other associates to carry out various violent crimes, assault and murder, extortion, and more. In the indictment that landed Henley in custody, one of the intercepted calls from the January 2023 shows the music executive having another conversation with the colleague about what he's capable of doing.
That's not shit, though. I don't give a fuck what I think I'm capable of doing. That's your evidence? You got me talking about what I am?
Now, basically what they getting across with this new evidence coming out, this has came to the light because of some of the people on the RICO case with Big U. They don't want to start trial on May 20th. They want to get a little bit more time.
Well, I don't give a fuck. We starting when I'm starting.
Have other cases, including Big U's, but this happens when these trials start up. Sometimes, most of the time, they do push them back. Let's just call it for what it is.
Yes, they do.
But certain people, when they in there fighting, they're like, "Hey, man, I want to get my trial right away. I'm innocent, as Big U has claimed. Hey, I want to get this out of the way. I'm not trying to sit behind the wall. Give me my fate right now. What are we waiting on?" They just trying to build a case and collect more evidence. Maybe is what he might be thinking. Of course, they have said that they have corroborators, they have witnesses in this. They said that is a lot. 60 gigabytes of evidence, bro. That's a lot of evidence to have. 20,000 calls. That's a lot. That means they just been sitting on everything you've been doing on your phone.
Not guilty. That's the plea Big U interviews arraigned on his trial.
Yeah, bro. When they wiretap you and you talking as much as that, expect this to happen.
Charges. But Big U is looking at a major uphill battle, and the battle of a federal trial could soon begin as early as next month. According to his federal indictment, Big U ran a criminal enterprise that they call the Big U Enterprise. Court documents say the Big U Enterprise is a mafia-like organization that utilizes Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. Federal prosecutors claim Big U is known and regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s Crips, and his time with the gang dates all the way back to the 80s, where he rose up the ranks after earning his rep as an enforcer. So what do the feds have on him? According to the indictment, agents have confidential human sources, wiretaps.
Confidential human sources. That's what I was saying, AP. It depends. I mean, it depends on how long these videos are. If they just got a bunch of small videos, or they got a lot. If all they need is just the buying, the selling of, or just a robbery, or just this on tape, or just this on tape, then they might have a lot, bro. They might have a lot. If they're just piling it on, bro, they might have a lot.
Search warrants for social media, iCloud, Google accounts.
You figure they probably scrunch those fucking down. They probably compressed all files. I mean, it's probably 60 gigabytes, bro.
Financial records from individuals and companies or organizations, toll records showing communications between conspirators, victims, and Big U Enterprise members and associates, cell phone records, records from the city of Los Angeles, interviews from witnesses and victims. Now, essentially, they claim to have a lot on him, especially since the investigation launched in 2021.
Now, if they present this in court, if you said anything illegal, done anything illegal, and I'm going to be real, they're not going to say they have their case built. Let's keep it a band. They already got the people giving the information that they want, that they can present in court. I'm not saying nobody did nothing. I'm not saying all of this stuff is true.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
But somebody has handed them something that they claim that they got you on. It will come out in trial, these things that they speak of, if these things are true. But if you got somebody giving them all the evidence, giving them the information, they got your phone tapped, they ain't gonna just come on here and say we got all this evidence and they ain't got none of it. So just them being able to put any just small things together. Plus, if you go to trial, the people are gonna go testify. They are gonna appear in court and they gonna point you out on the stand as, hey, he did this, he did that. Yes. When you go to the feds, they go do be to go ahead and get you up out of there and get you to plead guilty to these things if you want to go to trial or not. But Big U facing life, what does he have to lose? You got to go to trial. You got to fight.
They're not offering no plea bargains, bro.
I go to prison. It's one or two options. I either go to trial and lose, and gonna get the time that I was gonna get anyways, as much as life. But this is how the game go at times, man. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. Innocent till proven guilty.
No. That's not how the game goes. See, we gotta stop. We gotta cut this off, bro. This is not how the games goes. This is a game that shouldn't be played. That's why they have these confidential informants. That's why they have people that work for the police, so they can bust your ass. Stop playing the stupid games. This is the prizes you win. This is the legacy you leave for your children, man.
On dark road that I be talking about, man. When it get real in the field, dog, don't nobody want to go through this. Everybody got family. Everybody got kids. Everybody got loved ones, people that care about them, people that they care about. And when you go down this road, this is what they're going to separate you from. This is what they're going to do. They're going to lock you away from the outside of the world. So I can just say this, bro. If you did these things, this is that accountability part. This is for anybody, though, not just anybody on this case or this situation.
Yeah, but accountability ain't going to get you nowhere now. What the fuck is accountability going to do? What you going to go in there and say, yep, I did all of it? They going to smack Big U over top of his fucking head so hard.
This is the other side of this where, hey, we seeing it right now in real time. It's just seen as entertainment as certain people. Certain people are, oh, this is entertainment. It's just something to watch.
I mean, you got no choice.
Nigga, this is real life. It don't get no realer than this. And you don't want to be in this situation, man. You got to avoid these type of things that cost. So when you moving with these type of accusations, we ain't going to say he did it, but with these accusations right here, these things have happened in the past. This is always going to be the end result if you commit and you are dedicated to doing.
And the feds win 99% of the time. What, you think you're going to be the 1%?
Things that harm others.
That 1%
just is what it is. And I'm not talking about making a little money, catching little plays, hustling and things like that. You know, that's whatever. We talking about like physical harm. They talking about extortion. They talking about abuse. They talking about robberies. They ain't gonna let those type of things slide. Getting money for charities allegedly, and just putting the money in your pocket. They ain't gonna let that type of stuff slide. Putting fear on the people. It ain't gonna never work out, bro. Just keep it all the way 1,000. The rain is gonna come to an end if you really out here living like that. But we shall see.
Any of them are either. I don't think any of them are coming home unless they tell. And the feds don't care most of the time. You get a 5K one, what? You get some time taken off? You're still going away.
3,000 is a crazy number, but that is wild, man. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your people.
Yeah, that's ugly, bro. That's ugly, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Well, you take it to Fast and Speedy. Fast and Speedy could take 6 months just to get you in there. I mean, just because it says like 90 days for Fast and Speedy, you got all these motions you file. You got all these continuances that they're going to file. I hope it does, boxing. It should. Let's put it that way. Go back, go and watch SBGB TV last night. He had Jay Reed on, I believe. And that's a crime, bro. For real. You can't just call people up to the place of business and say, hey, we're going to get down on this dude. And then record it and put it on the internet like it's cool. But Wack, you were right there. But the feds never even contacted you about that? See, that's the hill that Wack thinks he can die on. Well, I've never been contacted about this. What for? Why would they contact me? For what? For what? That's all he ever says. For what? I ain't involved. Motherfucker, your ass is right in that video, bro. Standing there talking to that man. The feds are at least want to know what you were talking about. What were you talking about with him before that man decided to strike him? What was the discussion? Wack, you're working, bro. That's my opinion. It's my opinion, bro. And I'm going to stick with it until I see different. I am. He's basically telling everybody with it. They getting ready to hit Luce with a superseding indictment. They should. I'm on this side of the law now. I don't have nothing to worry about. I go to work every day. I do this on the side. Hey, and I'm staying my nose clean. So if feds knock on my door, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they smacked him with a gun. They stripped him. They had to call Wack. They had to have. Wack's had to have been contacted about everything in this indictment, bro. I wouldn't be surprised this motherfucker shit don't blow up in all these people's faces. All of them. Because the feds love to play games. And maybe they should pick your ass up, Wack. With you now, the content cop. Everybody have a good evening. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me, huh, Jack? Oh, there's some 100K subscribers, Jack, with 11 people in your chat. I love y'all, man, for real. Y'all have a beautiful evening, man. That was a little play on Jack there for his 100K. Salute, everybody. Y'all have a good night, man.
I don't come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out, busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. Mala bro, he makes it vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch them deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do. We spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Think she trying to set the pick. But the hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out. Yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock. Let's catch a